Now that American dollar is devaluing, it's not worth as much as it was before. And you see all these other countries as they looking to cash in on all the money that America owes them. Do everybody understand? This is not done by accident. This is a illuministic plan. America ain't gonna be broke, okay? But what they want to do is they want to make all the people that shouldn't have money, that got money in this society, they want to make sure they go back broke. And the only way you can do that is by changing the currency system. You're gonna see it changing. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? That's why the American dollar is getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker until they're going to come up with something else that they're going to say, we're going to have to start operating off of this at some point. When did they do this? They did this before. The Illuminati, they did this before. Where did they do this? They did it in Germany. At one time, the Germans had a prosperous society, but when Hitler came in, what happened? All that money and all those people that had all kind of money, he destroyed the economy where the money became nothing, and they created new money. So now all that old money wasn't worth as much as the new money, and the people that was extremely rich turned out to be regular people, extremely poor like everybody else. So now here's the point. Hating the whore is hating the way that things has been going. And they want to change it. But they just can't abruptly change it. They got to change it through a diabolical scheme because there's too many people. The people going to start rising up. The people going to say revolution. So they have to put a plan in place that the people feel that the changes that they need to make or the changes that they're going to make, that these are necessary changes in order for them to survive. That's what make her desolate mean. The way they're completely destroying this economy, completely destroying this society. This is actually already in the making. It's already in the process. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? You hear them complaining about the debt and how high the debt is.
The national debt has grown too large for the national debt clock. It went up back in 1989 when the nation's debt was less than $3 trillion. The debt has been piling up so fast lately they had to drop the dollar sign to make room for an extra digit as the number turned over to more than $10 trillion now and counting every second.
How they gonna pay this off and how it ain't no money and how, that the children's future is not bright, okay? And they actually warning people that what? The new plan is about to be put in place. So that's what make her desolate and naked is talking about. It's already in effect. Burn her flesh with fire is they're gonna make some enemies. They're gonna make America have some enemies, and they're gonna break down the security system on purpose, like they did on 9/11. And they're gonna allow the enemies of America to actually be able to attack her. That was never something that was done before. Do everybody understand that? And if it was done on a small level, like with Pearl Harbor. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? This great beast is able to be touched now. And why are they doing that? They're doing that to break down the security system, to make everybody feel uncomfortable, and willingly put themselves back in captivity. Do everybody understand that? So all this is part of a systematic plan. So this terrorism and this fight with the Arabs and everybody that they're picking a fight with, okay, this is all stage. This is all stage. The people that's actually in the fight and losing their lives, they're the ones that's deceived. But the ones that's way up at the top, those are the ones talking about the battles that they're going to have against one another and the conflicts that they're going to have against one another. And this is what we need to do to move our plan forward to get the whole earth under the order that we need to get them in. You understand? So Satan, you understand? Everybody can be given allegiance to Satan that's not giving allegiance to Satan. Do everybody understand that? So that's what make her desolate and naked and burn her flesh with fire is talking about. It's talking about all of the demonic plans that they are putting in place behind the scenes to ensure that every individual alive on this planet is a worshiper of the devil. That's the goal. That's why they're doing everything that they're doing. Do everybody understand that? And that's what it's boiling down to. That's what the whole Bible is saying. The whole Bible is saying whoever accepts it, whoever willingly goes for it, whoever willingly denies God, those going to be the one that the Lord going to deal with. Did this happen before in our history? Of course it did. It happened with Antiochus Epiphanes, right? He told everybody, denounce your God, and he just came out right with it. So they already learned from that. We can't force everybody to worship the devil. We got to trick them into doing it. So that's what these plans in place is all about. You understand, sister? Drunken with the blood of the saints. Go to the book of Daniel, chapter 7. And we're going to start verse... We're going to start at verse 18. Read verse 18, please.
But the saints of the Most High.
Okay, the saints again are the Israelites. The saints of the Most High, read on.
Shall take the kingdom.
Read on.
And possess the kingdom.
Read on.
Forever.
Come on.
Even forever.
Come on.
And ever.
That's how it's going to end. Okay, but before that happens, read on.
Then I would know the truth of the four beasts, which diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron.
Come on.
And his nails of brass.
Read on.
Which devoured, brake in pieces,
Read
and
on.
stomped the residue with his feet.
Read on.
And of the 10 horns that were in his head.
Okay, so this is the same that we reading about that was drunken with the blood of the saints. Read on.
And of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell.
Read on.
Even of that horn
Read on.
that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things.
Read on.
Whose look was more stout than his fellows.
Read on.
I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints.
Read one more time.
I beheld,
Read on.
and the same horn made war with the saints.
They made war with what?
With the saints.
Read on.
And prevailed against them.
Okay, so in that war, that's when they were killing the Israelites. They were killing the tribe of Gad. That's how they took over this land. They were killing the kingdom of Judah. That's how they brought them into captivity. They were killing the 10 tribes, the northern kingdom of Israel, which was known as the kingdom of Israel. That's why they took over their land and colonized the areas that they inhabited. So drunken with the blood of the saints is talking about all of the killing that they was doing with the Israelites, for them to establish and take over this part of the Western Hemisphere, which they call in North America. Okay, so that's what that means when it says drunken with the blood of the saints.
Concert the water.
All
Can
right.
I ask another question?
Sure.
Same verse.
In Daniel chapter 7?
No, so like in
Okay.
Revelations chapter 17, verse 6.
Okay.
Can I have the understanding on I wondered with great admiration?
Okay. Read Daniel chapter 17, verse 6.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
This woman was America. Now, the saints are the people of God. And anytime the people of God were slaughtered, there's a scripture in the Bible where the Lord said, "What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces?" Anytime the people of God was slaughtered, God came and avenged them. God didn't allow it to go down, to a certain extent. And he made sure that he punished the people that slaughtered them. So when John was seeing this in a vision, he was seeing the people of God was prevailed against, that they were overcome. And there was no vengeance taken on the people that did this to them. John wondered with great admiration on how could this happen, knowing that God always showed up to defend his people. So that's what he meant when he said, I wondered with great admiration at this beast. Like, who could this beast be that can slaughter God's people like this, and it looks like they're getting away with it? That's what it meant by I wondered with great admiration.
Concert the water.
I underbar. Back to Holy Apostle Shaw.
Say Salaki for the wrong understanding.
This is a vision that John is seeing. So he's talking about what's taking place in the vision. Okay, at the time that he's talking, he's actually in the Roman Empire. Okay, but the Lord took him away from the Roman Empire. He showed him things that was going to be taking place in the future. Now, in this vision, the Roman Empire had already been destroyed and other kingdoms had already been destroyed. And now he's focusing on the kingdoms that's left in the vision. The one that's left is talking about Britain. Great Britain. That was going to be a world superpower, but they wasn't going to be a world superpower that long. You understand that?
Gotcha.
All right, let's move on.
On verse 9, the first precept, and it says, "And here is the mind which hath wisdom." Just more understanding on that.
That means that in order to understand what this is talking about, here's the mind that have wisdom. That means you get the wisdom from God. Whoever God gave the wisdom to be able to understand what was going on with this beast, they're going to understand what all of this means. You understand that? So here's the mind that have wisdom. What verse was that?
Verse 9.
What verse was that?
Verse 9.
Verse 9. Okay. And here's the mind which have wisdom, meaning that they able to understand the breakdown of what the Lord is saying about this beast. The 7 heads are 7 mountains. 7 mountains represents government. It represents, it's better, it's bigger than a hill. The hill represents the people. The mountains represents the government. So here's the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the women sitteth. Okay, so that's talking about if it's a government, there's a kingdom there. But again, to answer your question, having wisdom means that God has given you that understanding to be able to understand what is going on with the beast. It says it in another place. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. And read that, please. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. Read that.
Here is wisdom.
Read on.
Let him that have understanding
Read on.
count the number of the beast.
Count what?
The number of the beast.
Read on.
For it is the number of a man.
Read on.
And his number
Read on.
is 600.
Read on.
60.
Read on.
And 6.
Okay, here is wisdom. Again, in order to be able to understand what this is talking about, you got to be able to get that wisdom from God. That's the wisdom that it's talking about. And then you'll be able to understand that this beast is all about a man. That 666 means that that's all about a man. The minds that don't have wisdom, they looking for, they all confused. They mixing up all kind of scriptures, and they don't know how to put precepts together or nothing. They mixing up the scriptures about the Antichrist and St. John's with the scriptures about the wicked and 2 Thessalonians with the scriptures in Revelation chapter 13. They don't know what the hell they talking about. So when they put all that together, they get one man with 666 on the back of his head, and they call his name Damien. They just mixing up all kind of stuff. And he's supposed to have a false prophet that's supposed to be the best false prophet ever that get the whole world to believe his ministry, okay? These people are out of their minds. Whoever looking for that and think that that's what's coming, they completely out of their mind. You had people counting Ronald Reagan name. Ronald is 6 letters. Reagan is another 6 letters. What was his middle name? They had 6 letters in it. Wilson. Wilson. That's it. Well, he got shot. Okay, so I guess it wasn't him. Okay, Antichrist ain't supposed to catch a bullet, okay? Well, maybe they could. What I'm talking but the beast ain't going to get killed with a bullet, all right? Now, I got that? All right, so here is wisdom, meaning God has to give you the understanding to understand what this is talking about. This is the ultimate man. What God is saying is this man is going to try to make everybody think that he's a God. He's not a God. He is a man, okay? Man was made on the 6th day. He is a man. Everybody understand that? That's why his number is the number of a man, which is 600, and 6. But again, the point that we making to answer your question is here is wisdom. What is the wisdom? Meaning God gave you the understanding to be able to break this down. Everybody got that?